Welcome to the SCCW Wrestletalk Podcast. Here's your host, Tom Tomlin. Love that intro. Love those fireworks. That was really great. Before we get into our interview, we got some breaking news coming to us right now, so we're going to go straight to Commissioner Stoneface with his urgent announcement.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your commissioner speaking. And first off, I would like to deeply apologize for my absence of the first video, of the very first episode. I told you all that I was going to be there, and apparently some business matters came up, and I couldn't fulfill what I told you I was going to do. And for that, I would like to apologize once again. And I also have further bad news. With the stress and the business side and face side going with my schedule, I'm going to have to relieve myself from being the face in order to attend business matters. So I've hired, or rather selected, the new manager that's going to be the new face of this company. I have confidence in this man. He was part of the golden years of this company. And I think that honestly deserves respect. And so I'm letting him fulfill the role while I step down to the side to work on public matters where the heart is, so that everything keeps going. If you like our channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Click the notification button. And if you're watching this on Facebook, go ahead and just press that like button. We all need the help we can get. Thank you so much. This is your commissioner speaking. You all have a nice evening.
Speechless. I'm at a loss for words. Who could be our next manager? The one that he's already promoted. I guess we're gonna find out soon. Right now, though, let's go to that interview. I want to welcome you guys to this episode of the Wrestletalk Podcast. We're gonna be talking to a guy we talked to on one of the last episodes. Whenever he first stepped foot into this company, a man who is very well known, probably worldwide, for his oil company that's spread like wildfire, I guess, since before he was around. I think it was, let's just get into it, the man himself, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man with all the money you could need, Wayne McNeil. Wayne, thanks for coming in, man. Really appreciate it, man. Things that look like they've been going good for you, I guess. Have they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure being here. Always like sitting down and just shooting the breeze with people, and I'm actually excited to be here. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate the chance to get to speak with you tonight, because we know exactly how busy you are with everything. Last time we talked a little bit about your career and your hopes for this career that you've chosen recently. We'll probably hit on that, here and there along this ride we're on. But as for right now, let's go way back into your younger years, your more formative years, childhood. What was home life for little Wayne McNeil?
Home life, oh man, I loved it. My childhood was amazing. As you know, I'm very wealthy through my oil company, my oil rigs, things like that. I did inherit that from my father. So growing up, my life was, I guess you could say, well off. Yeah. I pretty much had anything I wanted. Every new toy when it came out, every video game system for Christmas.
That was probably very nice.
Yeah, whatever I wanted, I got. I had credit cards by the age when I was seven. I know they were not my name, but they were given to me.
Wow.
I could just no spending limits, you know what I'm saying? So
that must have been
good home life.
Yeah, that must have been really nice for you, man. let's see. I mean, all right. So your home life was great. What about school? And did you get into any kind of sports or anything like that, extracurricular activities?
Let me tell you something here. Your boy Wayne McNeil played all sports, okay?
Wow.
I was a star athlete, okay?
Okay.
I was the basketball all-time leading scorer for my high school. I was state champion quarterback. I played baseball.
Man.
I didn't really like baseball that much, but I still played it. I ran track, swimming, all kinds of stuff.
Now, when you were in track, did you do like the shot put or the discus, or were you a runner? I mean,
I was a runner. I did a lot of running.
Okay.
And yeah, I didn't like the shot put stuff. I always thought that stuff was for pansies. Even I can throw a metal ball. pretty easy. But it takes endurance and stamina to run. So
I understand that definitely, man. So you did all sports. That must have been really hard as well. I mean, I guess for someone who's as well off as you were, as you're saying, your words, it must not have been extremely difficult at that time because that's all you had was sports in school, right?
Sports in school, I was never really a partier. I didn't have time for that, you know what I'm saying? Work first, business first, fun later is what I always say. And I live to that motto, I live by that motto, right now. So I was always just school, sports,
I feel that. Well, speaking of schools, you went to high school. Did you go to college afterwards, or was it straight into the family business?
No, I went straight to college.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to better my business degree. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, if my father was going to pass the business down. Like I was saying when I was a kid, I did have everything I wanted, but he still wanted me to have work ethic. So I had to get my own job. I went to college to get my business degree just in case the oil thing didn't pan out.
Definitely. What was your plans for if that didn't work out? What was your plans, man?
I was gonna start my own business. I'm an entrepreneur,
Well, yeah.
I was gonna, if I didn't take over the family biz, I was gonna start my own stuff. Maybe start my own oil business and compete with my father.
Oh,
because,
nice.
I'm the best, so that's how it rolls.
How is the oil stuff doing for you right now, man? Is everything going good there? I mean,
business is fantastic.
Okay.
About a year and a half ago, it was on a rock. It was a little rocky, but it's came up since then. Some stuff has happened, made some big deals, so we're pretty large right now. I've actually was able to come back to the States for about a month and a half. Got to take a little break because everything is doing pretty well. So I did. That's why I'm able to, be on this podcast today as I am in the States. I don't really get good service over in China. So
you got like number one guys. That's a really long distance away, man. China. How many countries? How far are you spread across the globe, man?
Man, I got 42 different oil rigs across the globe. Okay.
Wow.
And that took me a pretty long time to get done, but we did it. And again, we're the number one oil company in the biz. So.
Okay.
What can I say? I'm number one at everything, but it's just the way it goes.
So, did you learn stuff from your father, or did you ever go to do anything while you were in school or in college? Did you ever help out with the business, or did you learn right after college, right as you finished your college, career?
So when I went to college, I went to for business.
Right.
I definitely one of the hardest things is doing yourself in college. But I during the middle of my getting my business degree, my dad got sick and he needed somebody to take it over, so I did that. But while I was in not high school, but college, I still played sports. Actually, that's when I joined the wrestling team in college.
Oh wow! See, I didn't even know you joined a wrestling team in college. What was your mascot's name at the college?
My mascot's name? Bears, man.
Bears, right on, man. Did you do very well in that?
Dude, so Division I state champion right here.
Oh,
it was
wow.
funny you say you didn't know that, right? And a lot of people don't know that because I don't put my business out there.
Right.
That's what I've been trying to tell certain people, that they don't know what I have in store.
Oh,
I have some Division I wrestling in my background.
okay.
So
See, I feel like I know what you're alluding to by saying that, but before we even get there, let me ask you this about, after hearing all this, before I get to this question, the middle question I have. Oh, this probably sounds a little confusing. That's okay though. We're just talking, chilling, shooting the breeze. So sports, man. You said you played quarterback, man. I only played 2 positions while I was in high school. I played I played end and I played guard. And you've seen me, man. I'm not a big guy. They played me as end and guard in high school. I was thrown around. What was the toughest part of playing in I'm sure you were in a really good place in high school football back whenever you were playing, pretty high division, very big class, hard football teams you're playing. What was one of the biggest memories back at that time that really kind of set your mindset apart to know, hey, I am number one? Or was it already something that was driving you through from like a really, really young age, man?
So I played football in South Texas. I don't know if you know much about football in Texas, but it's a very big thing.
Yeah.
I lived in Houston, most of my life. That's what I don't know if you've ever been to Houston, but oil everywhere there,
Yeah.
That's where I grew up. But hardest part, and most people, you interview a lot of people, most part they're going to tell you, physical part, being able to read defenses and stuff. The most challenging part of being a quarterback is the leadership part. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone looks up to you as the go-getter, right?
Right, yeah.
No matter, win or lose, no matter if your running back fumbles the ball, it's on the quarterback.
Right.
If your receiver drops the ball, it's on the quarterback.
Right.
So that's the most challenging part, is being able to lead a locker room full of 40, 50 guys onto a field and challenge them to win.
Man, that definitely is. I never even got on the field. I sat at the end of the bench and guarded the water. I mean, that's what I did, So, so.
Man, some people have it, some people don't have it.
Yeah, I just definitely. That's why you're on this side. That's why you're on that side of the ropes, and I'm on the other side. So, what drew you to wrestling? How old were you, man?
Wrestling. I've been a wrestling fan since before I was born. Okay.
Had it ingrained in you, huh?
Ingrained.
Put in the
my
DNA.
Mom and my dad and my brother and my sister. We've always been wrestling family. I grew up mainly in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker. Kane, Big Show, Mankind. DX, Shawn Michaels. All that stuff. The Montreal Screwjob. I grew up during all of that era. I've just been intrigued by the business. And with me having a business mind, it's just comes natural. So I have the wrestling background, I have the business mind. It just seems like it's like a right place. It's like I found my calling,
Yeah, man, I can understand that. I can understand that in a big way.
And wrestling is also in my mind, it's like a safe haven. If I'm explaining it correctly.
Yeah, man, I understand that definitely. I've been in the same place, like literally same company and everything, through all the changes, the name changes and everything. Tom Tomlin's been here. I don't want to leave or anything like that. And yes, I get that safe haven feel. It's somewhere you can just escape to. It's somewhere you can leave and be alone and feel free, pretty much, man. That's what I get out of it anyways.
Yeah, and I've always loved I've always been a bad guy fan. Razor Ramon was one of my favorite wrestlers in the Attitude Era.
Oh man,
the original bad guy.
Hey yo, yeah.
It's just the way they conduct themselves, you know, the way they hold promos. It's just the way they don't give a crap what the fans or people think, you know, and they're in it to better themselves and make them the best. That's, you know, that's how I was bred. So
Wow.
that's what I love about wrestling.
So, what is your first real, like, I mean, actual memory of wrestling, in your entirety? You know, for me, it goes back to '95 in WCW, watching, I believe it was like Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio on an episode of, I think it was Nitro, because Eddie still had his singlet gear on back at that time, the pants with the straps on it. And Rey Mysterio was in, I think, red and blue, and Eddie was in white and red or something like that. I can't remember a lot, but that's one of my first memories that I remember of that. You know.
Here's one of my first memories.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you bring up WCW, because it is WCW that I get that first memory from.
I love WCW.
It's the Third Man.
Third Man. Oh, yeah. The Hogan connection. Yep.
Bash at the beach.
Nah.
He came out and he said, "I don't give a beep what y'all think."
Yeah, man.
And he became. He was already, but he just, you know, he just enforced his immortality.
He became Hollywood at that point. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's one of my first memories of wrestling. So
all throughout school and everything, you stayed caught up on wrestling. You stayed caught up to wrestling with current day, I'm sure, too. Am I correct?
Oh, current day, yeah. AEW, NXT, and Raw, SmackDown. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm really good buddies with Leo Rush, so.
Nice. That's something that's definitely something, man. That's awesome. I don't have any kind of ties to anybody in the professional business, but that is what it is. So all throughout this time, you've kept up, you've stayed on track, you've stayed on topic with all of the stuff that's been going on in the WWE, maybe TNA before that, AEW, and now AEW. How long have you really been wanting to do this? You know, I mean, like, saying inside your head to yourself, I'm going to be a wrestler. You know what I mean?
I went to a Raw one time. I think I was 15 and maybe 16. But I knew then. I was like, I'm going to do this. I sat front row. You know, I saw John Cena and Randy Orton. And I was like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Okay. So wrestling. Go ahead.
That's probably when I thought I was going to do this.
Okay. So, wrestling's been in your life this whole time. It's not going to be leaving anytime soon. Something that has to do with wrestling that you kind of alluded to a little bit earlier on happened recently. We saw on the SCCW page. There was a interview put up by one of our newest interviewers. There's an interview on the page. Jesse Michaels interviewing the 5-Star Kid. This is something that it seems that you took personally by his message, and definitely did seem like he was poking at you at certain points. But what's going on with this, man? What happened? How did this all come about? I mean,
all right. Listen. I'm about to get serious for a minute, Todd, or Tom, or whatever your name is.
Tom, thanks.
No problem, Thomas. So this guy, okay, he wants to call people out. He wants to throw names around. This guy never said my name one time, but he did throw shots at the great Wayne McNeil, because, like, you know, first of all, I can come in and buy a company if I want to. Okay, I'm not trying to buy it from underneath anybody. I can buy it right to your face.
Right.
This guy thinks he's the best wrestler to ever lace up a pair of boots. This guy has never wrestled me one time in his life. He doesn't know what's coming. He thinks he calls himself the 5-star kid. I know you're buddies with the 5-star kid, so go back and tell him what I'm about to tell you right now, okay?
Hey, look, man. We've had our disagreements, man. I'm not a friend of his. I just have known him for a very long time.
Whatever. Same difference. Just go back and tell him that he can never beat me, okay? Listen to what I'm telling you right now.
I'm listening.
I am going to be the best wrestler on this roster. He might have beat the Flying Hawaiian. He could probably beat Connors or whoever the others so-called talent they think they have, all-star athletes or whatever they think they want to call themselves. But I am the true athlete. I'm the true 5-star. He can't beat me. It's impossible. That's why he didn't put my name in his mouth. He don't want to say my name because he's scared. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Very strong words, man. Very strong words. You can continue. Just commenting.
You're breaking up, Tom.
I'm sorry. I said very strong words. Very strong words, man. You can keep going.
Okay, so he wants to claim he's held every championship or the longest reigning champion or the most times as champion, whatever. He's never beat me for a title. He never will beat me for a title. I don't think he'll ever beat me at all. Okay? I think if we ever have a match, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches, I'm 7-0. You know what I'm saying? So, might as well crown me champion right now. Because I don't got time to be playing around with these little kids that think they want to be superstars.
That's very, very, very strong words, man. Now, like you said, he didn't say your name once in there. That is very strong points for what you said. From what I'm seeing, you're absolutely right, man. It looks like he's afraid. He's not putting your words in his mouth. Now, this is just one man's opinion, you know. He's not putting your name in his mouth. He's alluding to your grandeur, you know, but he isn't putting your name in his mouth. That could be an indicator that he is scared, that he knows, like you said, could be true, man. I guess that's one thing we'll have to definitely, hopefully, see sometime soon, because it sounds like you're itching to get at him, man.
And I know this is a podcast. We're just talking, and I just want to apologize for a second. I was raised better.
Oh, you're all right, man.
Just to go off like that, I must give the 5-star kid credit. He is 5 stars at being a piece of crap. Okay.
Wow. All right,
okay,
man.
Okay, so he's a 5-star piece of crap. So if he wants to come at me, I'm actually laughing that you thought I was actually apologizing. I don't apologize. I don't need to apologize. Don't you tell him never to come at me. If you want, come face to face. Don't try to shoot a shoot interview on me.
Okay, man. Wow. Definitely made your points very clear in this. And I'm sure he probably was listening somewhere, wherever he was. Is there anything else that you would like to add to what we've already talked about or said today?
Yeah, one more thing. So, I don't want when I'm coming into this business, right? I don't want people to take me lightly, okay? And this is not just for 5-star kids. This is for every person on the roster, every piece of talent. This goes for every fan too, okay? I'm not here to play to your egos or to get a reaction or get a cheer or make friends, be in a tag team. I'm here to win matches, win championships, and be the best damn wrestler there ever was.
Well, man, I really want to say I appreciate you stopping by once again because you are always busy. I'm glad you had the time away to be able to talk to us today and give your thoughts and share a little bit of a piece of your life that no one else has known about until this point. First exclusive interview with right here at SCCW Wrestletalk Podcast. So, I appreciate you stopping by, man. It means a lot.
No problem. Is there anything else you want to ask me before you go? Because I don't want you blowing up my phone and stuff later.
That was one time, man. That was one time. God. No, I'm fine. For everybody here at the SCCW, we'd like to say have a great rest of your evening and tune in next time for the next episode of the SCCW Wrestle.